What's up, everybody? Brett Medlock here. Just wanted to talk about a few key news pieces that have come from either Gamescom or just from news in general. I'll start things off with the Mr.Robot Telltale game. There was a rumor last week or so, or maybe just a couple days ago, that Telltale was getting the Mr. Robot license. Everyone assumed it was going to be the traditional Telltale game that we're used to, but this time around, it's a little different. It's a different developer. Telltale is publishing the game, but it's from the studio Oxenfree Night School. So that's pretty interesting. It's an iPhone game, and it is not a console game of any sort. It's basically, if you played a game like Emily is Away, it's all text-based, and it's an app that you use that's in the imaginary corporate called E-Corp from the TV show. I have watched the show. I'm only a few episodes in, but it's pretty good. I might pick up this app, but I don't know if it comes with any spoilers of any sort, so I'd probably catch up with the show before I buy the app. With that being said, I don't know, it's not that exciting to me. I was hoping it would be the traditional Telltale game type style, but this is better than nothing. It's once again not published by Telltale, but it's pretty exciting since Telltale is continuously publishing games for even smaller studios. From what used to be a tiny indie studio, Telltale has come a long way. And so I'll just go on to the next news piece that interests me, and it's the almighty Mass Effect Trilogy is coming to the PS4 and Xbox One. Maybe. A year ago, EA stated that they weren't looking into remastering older games and they wanted to be working completely on new IP rather than invest the time and the money into remastering older games. I don't know where you stand on games getting remastered because we have seen 10,000 of them this generation. But I feel like some franchises or games deserve being remastered. We didn't need the Darksiders one. We didn't need the Saints Row one. But this is one that we absolutely need. The Mass Effect trilogy is, dare I say it, the best gaming trilogy of all time. Because when you think about it, there's not that many franchises that actually have a set trilogy. So, without a doubt, Mass Effect is the best gaming trilogy. Oh, by the way, sorry I sound a little sick. I am a little under the weather. So, with an interview with Game Informer, BioWare stated, "What's changed is that there is proof in the market that people want it. Maybe more than there was when we spoke. There was some that did before, but I think there's even more clear evidence that is something that people really want. The honest answer is that we are absolutely actively looking at it. I can't announce anything today, but you can expect us to most likely follow our fellow partners in Activision and other companies that have done this successfully." I, for one, think this is awesome. I would love to see how they can get Mass Effect 1 to look if they are actually remastering it. That game definitely looks the most dated of the trilogy. I would love it if they enhance the mechanics. They are a little wonky. Well, they weren't back in the day, but when you go back and play it, they are a little rough around the edges. See, I recently just played Mass Effect 1 through 3, so I wish I could be a little more excited, but after the announcement last year, I gave up and I decided to replay them again on PS3. But either way, if you haven't played the series or if you haven't played it in a while, this will definitely be worth going back and playing, getting some new trophies, playing in 1080p. If you're a PC gamer, then I guess it doesn't really matter to you because you already have this game. But as a PlayStation gamer primarily, I'm excited to play these again for new trophies. I hope they bring over the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I always thought that was a lot of fun. There was a pretty niche audience when it came to that multiplayer. But at the end of the day, Mass Effect Trilogy, the best gaming trilogy, is coming to current platforms. I couldn't be more excited. I will play through them again, even though I recently did. This series just means a lot to me. And if you haven't played it, my God, you are missing out, and you definitely need to pick it up. So I will just talk about my final topic of this little vlog thing that I'm doing, and it's the Resident Evil 7 gameplay that came from Gamescom. Okay, so with the demo, I I was on cloud nine. I thought it was awesome. A little weirded out that it was in in first person, but I'm okay with it. I like that it still had items and like you're trying to figure out puzzles in a small enclosed area like the older Resident Evils. But I thought it was cool that the game's still gonna have guns and combat. It's not completely PT to this at this point. But unfortunately, that's all they showed us so far. They've only showed us that this game is PT to the T, if that makes sense. So in the Gamescom demo, this you're watching a character literally just walk, and the environments are pretty. It's really awesome, but they're only walking. It's like they have no chance of taking down these enemies that are in this game. And that really worries me because I don't want this to be a walking and hiding simulator. I want it to be a Resident Evil game. And Resident Evil has always used guns. They've always used awesome explosions. Even in the original, I know everyone says the franchise went to action-y. It's not Resident Evil anymore. And some of that is true. But Resident Evil has always had guns. It's always had explosions. And just action-packed, thrilling moments. And I really hope this game isn't so slow and just like it's basically only a horror game at this point. The original Resident Evil games, or the original like 1 through 3, they weren't very actiony, but they did have their moments of running through a city from Nemesis or from these crazy ass dogs. So I just really hope this game goes more in that direction and doesn't just have you like tiptoeing around a mansion and listening to spooky noises. I think that might be interesting, but that's not what I want. And I've made a video before that you can check out about where I think Resident Evil should go next. I don't want them to get rid of the series history. I've been a long-time fan. As I've stated 100 times, I've made too many Resident Evil videos, but it's just a series that I really enjoy and I like talking about. So, yeah. Resident Evil 7... starting to worry me. I really hope they can show some real gameplay in the coming months. The game's not that far out. I'm pretty sure it's coming out this January. So they definitely need to be showing us more of a variety rather than just walking, hiding, tiptoeing through these spooky areas. And with all the negative, I will say something a little more positive is that the environments are awesome. Like so detailed, so creepy. I would just want a little more action. I definitely want the slower moments like Resident Evil has always had. Well, not Resident Evil really 5 or 6, but every other Resident Evil game has always had its slow, creepy moments. And some of those moments make the game. They make it great. But I don't want this game to be just that. And that's just coming from one person. Tell me if you disagree. Leave a comment below. Talk to me about the Mass Effect Trilogy if you plan on replaying it. I know I will be. It's an amazing series, amazing music, amazing characters, amazing stories, all within this one little universe of 3 games. And let me know if you plan on buying the Mr. Robot iPhone game, or if you watch the show. But no spoilers, because I'm only on Season 1. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you don't mind me just using my Uncharted footage in the background. Maybe you can just sit back, watch me be pretty terrible. Subscribe if you like this video, and I will talk to you guys later.